Hello model railroaders, it's Dave. The logging run track has all been secured and has been cleaned. So let's give this Mikado unit that has the sound in the tender, let's give it a go and see if it will be successful in climbing up the incline. Now, either this particular loco or that particular Great Northern loco with the oil tender and the sound car in the box car, one of those, and I'm thinking it's this one, will not climb the helix with any carload being pulled behind it. I could be wrong, it could be this particular one, but I don't want to get involved with the, was it the frog snot or green snot or whatever that traction tire gunk is. If it can't make it up on its own without traction tires, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just use an older diesel to pull it, though I would like to use the steam. But let's give it a go. Now, because of the switchback and the way it's going to have to drop logging cars, it's going to have to back up the incline, and I want to see if it'll do it without any cars, and I believe it is 7 or 8 logging cars that it can fit on the switchback. So let's give it a try just with the loco on its own and see what we're going to do. Now, I'm not able to tell you what speed steps I'm going to be running because I'm using the UT4 throttle. However, I'm probably not going to go over speed step 50. You probably stick around between 30 to 40, I'm guessing, on the throttle. So let's see what it will do. So I'm about there on the throttle. Now this loco is the one that I had problems with the decoder, the Soundtracks decoder, overheating and it stalling out. So we will have to see if that is what is going to happen. Now there may be still a couple light patches of corrosion on the track. I did use a very fine abrasive pad and then went over it with the felt and the isopropyl alcohol. So while that's transitioning there, let's move around the layout and catch up to it coming up the incline. There, plug back in. Now it's starting to work a little more. Coming up the gradient. Give it a little more throttle. Yes, doesn't seem to like, sorry, while I grab a free hand. the Pico turnout. But again, I don't have the power is only coming from a jumper that I put on where the loco started. So I got camera in one hand and need to get the throttle out to get a free hand to throw the turnout. So let's give it a bit of a run and see if it will clear the turnout on its own. Well, thinking about it. Starting to overheat, and we'll bring it down. I do have some pins there to hopefully stop it from going too far. Now let me just try and keep you in frame and throw the points on the turnout. And let's see if we can back it over. Well, made that turn out. And we want to stop that right there. No pins there. We don't need a Gomez-Adams run. Alright, well, let's bring it forward. Now I'm probably running it a little fast because I don't have the appropriate power, and I want to make sure that it got through those points. Okay, so it's transitioning through as far as the making it through all the points. It seems to be transitioning without any hang-ups, so that's good. And let's see if we can get it through. No. Hopefully that is either the sound card overheating, or it's just because of the single point of well, that's sound card overheating, and then it decides to runs away on itself. Sorry, I had to unhook the throttle. So this point, so I can get across. As soon as that transitions, I'm going to have you hold on to your hats while we make the run around. And I got to race to try and get the throttle plug back in and keep you in frame. And yeah, there's the runaway. Oh! Will I make it? Will I make it? Will I make it? Yes! Got the throttle turned off before it pitched over the edge. So, there we go. Get the throttle out of my hands. So overall, happy with the track. The undulations in the track. Let me zoom you in a bit, and I'll try and be as steady as I can. The undulations, like that dip right there, that's the most noticeable one, is that dip right there. There are a couple other ones right by the where the rail joins. There's another dip. So having that aspect of the little hills and imperfections in the incline, I think is an interesting visual I don't know what word to use. Well, an interesting visual to see that the undulation and it not being perfectly flat and more true to life. So there you can probably potentially see it on the long frame. And I could have recut that riser to make it flat on the bottom, or pardon me, recut a new riser to make it flat on the bottom, because if I took any off of this one, then it wouldn't have the proper incline to it anymore. However, I wanted to use it just to keep that imperfections. And, you know, sometimes our intent doesn't work out and we make do with what we're left with. So I'm one to show my errors so that you can learn from them and I can learn from them. And that way it'll hopefully save you a little money where I've ended up having to spend it in making the error. So that's all part of the journey of model railroading. So the little engine that predominantly could, though it's still got the overheating sound card issue, but that hopefully could be that the capacitors haven't had a chance to fully charge up yet. I don't know how long it actually takes, and that's been ran fairly soon, so you know, could just be something of that nature. But I'll off camera I'll give that one a go and see how it does. Now that one does around speed step, I think 36. It just goes from a crawl to an immediate run. So the decoders and the model powers I haven't been very happy with. However, even if I got an Atlas Shay, I'd still have to put a decoder in it, and from what I've heard, they're not the most fun things to get a decoder in. So we'll see, given time, what loco runs the logging run. Well, I couldn't resist model railroaders. I brought up the Model Power Mikado, the Great Northern oil tender with the sound car on it, and it backed up fine. But yes, this is the one that goes from slow to flat out at about speed step 36. This is eye level for me, so I just thought it was neat how seeing the disconnect logging cars with the trees behind it, and I'm literally, that's as much as I can squeeze in. So eight logging cars and the box car, which, thinking about it, I actually like running the oil tender as part of the logging run, because all I have to do is have a water tower up here and maybe an oil tank. And the box car would be to bring any supplies up to the camp. So this may be the logging run loco, but let's give it a back down and see it transverse the full switchback. Oh, well, looks like I can only do 7 cars. Are we fully seated? I can't see the viewfinder. Yes, we are fully seated. So close. So close. Oh well. Well, I'm going to cheat and bring the loco off the points and reseat it, and then I'll end up having to take 1 car off. Okay, let's and it doesn't like that. Both locos don't like that. Picos turn out for some reason. And that's just where it just starts running all out. So 7 logging cars with that loco, 8 with the other loco. So let's. Well, coming down the slope is no problem. Alright, let's see if it can back up with loaded cars. Or if it's just going to start slipping. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised that this loco is actually backing up the grade. Okay, well, there's no sense filming more. I think you get the idea. But yes, I'm quite liking the disconnect logging cars. That's turned out exactly how I was envisioning as far as the appearance goes. And I think that Great Northern Mikado unit will end up being the logging run loco. So, till the next video, bye for now.